Yeah, I saw this. Again, what am I even supposed to say about stuff like this? Apparently, NYPD cops bust into a homeless shelter and beat the shit out of the guy. They didn't have a warrant, and the worker's boss told him not to let them in, so they bust in and attacked him anyway. Like, okay. Classic cop shit. Classic cop behavior, you know? They have been on a roll lately over there in the NYPD. They shot 3 people in the subway 2 days ago. Almost 4 people, yeah. I did see that. One thing that bothers me, though, about that story and the way everyone is talking about it, and please correct me if I'm wrong, because, again, I've been on a road trip, until this morning. Like, I wake up this morning, now I'm getting back up with the world. My understanding is that the cops only started shooting after the guy who didn't pay the fare pulled out a knife and ran at the cops. That's what I heard. This is out of context. Well, okay, that's a weird thing to say. Could you provide the context then? And you believe cops? Why are you attacking me? I'm asking for information on this. That was the cop story. There's been no corroboration as far as I'm aware. Has a knife been found? No knife was found at the scene? Okay, so the cops just fully lied about it. Gotcha. Okay. This is beyond fair evasion, the statement said. When approached, the individual produced a knife, threatened the life of the police officer, and put bystanders at risk. The police said on Sunday that a knife had been recovered at the scene and posted a picture of it on social media. But on Monday, the department posted a message online seeking the public's help, finding an unidentified man who they said had taken the knife from the crime scene about a half hour after the shootings. What? They said they recovered the knife, but then later they were like a half hour after the shootings, we're idiots. So the knife was still there a half hour after the shootings and someone else ran with it. Man, cops are crazy, dude. They'll just say shit. The knife respawned somewhere else. Yeah, they had like a physics engine glitch. It did that. It did like Gmod welding, you know, item bump noises as it phased through the wall. Guess they forgot to get their story straight. Well, cops do tend to be pretty stupid, you know, hence the aim from the guy who shot and wounded 3 people. Wait, the cop missed and shot 3 bystanders? Well, don't worry. The main bystander that got shot was another cop, so at least they're keeping it to themselves. Oh, and then Eric Adams, hold on, wait, I saw this one. Eric Adams was like, a heroic cop was injured in the line of duty. Earlier today, one of our officers was shot while protecting our subway system. I'm relieved to report he's in good condition now, and we have arrested the suspect who put so many lives in danger. Yeah, man, that guy put so many lives in danger. He emitted the pheromones that make NYPD cops fire blindly in a crowded subway. I cannot thank these officers enough for their bravery. The officer in question was shot by a fellow NYPD officer. They also shot 2 bystanders. Incredible stuff. I love, like, 1/3 of the New York City budget getting spent on cops so that they can prevent an absolutely minuscule amount of missed fare crossings. What an insane budget. There shouldn't even be a fare. Do you have any idea how much money it costs to make sure that the proles are paying like what? $1, $2, $3 every time they use your vital, well-integrated public transit system? Just make it free. Where you get the money from? Raise taxes. Fuck you. That's it. It's infrastructure. Do you make people pay for every use of a road? No, you fold it into the taxes. Why should bicyclists have to pay city taxes to like accommodate the maintenance costs of the roads? But if you ride the train or whatever, or the bus, you're like a special extra kind of cost. Like you're like a unique situation, and you should have to pay individually. That there are literally toll roads. I don't know how you guys are doing over there in the East Coast, but toll roads are pretty uncommon over here in the West Coast. And the revenue from toll roads are usually eaten up by private companies. That's not how roads get paid for. Roads get paid for from taxes, like gas tax, or, you know, and just city tax, stuff like that. You people still have toll roads? I don't see that many of them over here. There's like 2 in Seattle that I'm aware of that I've driven through a few times. It's clear how insane it is when you put it like this. There should literally just not be fares. Period. Yeah, when this is the math you're doing, the NYPD spent 150 million to catch fare beaters who cost the MTA 104,000. Are you kidding me, man? It's New York City. It's literally the city. That's capital T, the city. And they're just, yeah, they're burning money on this for no reason. Should New York City subsidize out of towners using the subway? I think they did this in Barcelona, where if you're a city resident, you get a card that allows you to use their metro, buses, whatever, for free, just for free. And if you're out of town, like a tourist, you have to pay. And I really like that. I really like that because cities, first and foremost, should be for the people who live there. No matter how much of a tourist destination it is, like New York City or Barcelona, it should be for the people who live there. And if tourists want to come in, you can pay for the train. You can pay for the bus. The guy who needs the train to get to work, he should not pay for it. He lives here because they're not paying taxes. They're only paying for like sales tax when they get here, you know? A tourist is the tourists use the tube or the New York City's metro or Barcelona's metro or whatever. They use them, but they're not there paying income tax, right? Just pay while you're there. You're only there for a week, man. Just get like a $40 week-long metro card and use the fuck out of it. Sure, whatever. But if you live in New York City, agreed, Anonymous Platypus, I think we could fix so much by doing that. Venice literally has a tourism fee for everyone who reacts a hotel room. Reacts? I assume you mean just gets a hotel room or whatever. Yeah, that should be fine. Tourism should be expensive, you know? Like there are major cities in the world that are getting like for the people who live there because tourists drive up everything and turn the entire city into a playground for them. But people live there, you know? There has to be a balancing act. And I think the more a city is burdened by tourism, and it is a burden, just because it brings in a lot of people doesn't necessarily mean it brings in the kind of money that benefits the community. There are a lot of like small Greek islands where there are like many, many millionaires going over there every summer season, and they're having an amazing time or whatever. But all the money gets caught up in the resorts. And that doesn't trickle down to the people there, like Hawaii as well, right? If you go to Hawaii as a white person, as a tourist or whatever, and all the money you spend is on like the tourist friendly resort or like resort affiliated restaurants or whatever, your money isn't enriching Hawaii at all. All your money is going back to the same multinational corporation, like conglomerate shit that, you know, is invested in the businesses, you know? You're doing the opposite. You're pulling money from Hawaii. Which is why I've always said, like, if you're going to do tourism in an area of the world that is kind of like besieged by tourism, like the Philippines, Thailand, Hawaii to a large extent. There are plenty of places in like Greece and Italy that suffer from this in smaller, like to smaller extent. There are lots of places in the world that are like this. If you're there, you should make an effort to try to enrich the actual community that you're going to. You know what I mean? I mean, be like safety conscious, right? If you're going over to the Philippines as a wealthy American, you're kind of a pickpocketing target, obviously. So be careful. But you know, it's just something to keep in mind, is all I'm saying. I don't think it's wrong if you're a rich Westerner to want to do tourism because you only have one life. You only live on one earth. There are lots of amazing things all around the world. If you want to experience that, okay, you know, I just think that there should be policies in these areas that, you know, try their best to benefit. My parents had their passports stolen in Barcelona. Oh, there were so many people that were trying to pickpocket me when I was there with my friends. It was really funny because we knew. So we were trying to be careful. And I have my like nice denim jackets, not this one, but a different one that has like deep pockets with a zip or buckle to close the pockets. So I can't really be pickpocketed, but because I was overconfident in my jacket, I was such a mark, man. I was walking to La Rambla. I was like in the main road heading down downtown, and there was this completely humorless like middle-aged fat man with a giant bubble wand, and there was another guy with one of those like toys where you pull a zip cord and it shoots up like a helicopter thing that flutters down, and I'm fully like standing there like just completely confident in the infallibility of my of my check. Which, yeah, fair, I didn't get pickpocketed because they're not busting out the lock picking tools to get through the clothing that I'm wearing. But I mean, they were clearly there to distract people so that other people could pickpocket you. Razor blade at the bottom of the jacket. That's why you got to wear the denim. Your policies will bankrupt tourist cities. How would you implement them so tourists just don't go somewhere else? A city doesn't need tourism to thrive. Barcelona, Venice, these are already thriving cities, and they will still get plenty of tourism. I promise you, they will still get plenty. But, like, their economy is diversified, you know? I promise you it won't bankrupt them. Some cities do need tourism to thrive. It really depends, but I would encourage you guys to look into this, and I'm not like an expert on the subject. Tourism does not do for cities what you think it does. There are a lot of cities out there that are getting hurt by tourism. Their cultural artifacts, their sightseeing, the vibe of the city in general, like how nice it is to live there, they're all getting destroyed so that a couple of multinational corporations can make billions of dollars off of the money people spend at resorts and restaurants there, you know? It really, really, really varies. But I don't think that it's necessarily bad either. I just think that it's, I think it's complicated. I put this back at the wrong height. Anonymous 75, think of all the money you'd save from not needing to have any of the security systems that you need to secure people's fair use. Bhutan has $100 a day tourist fee. If you're a tourist visiting Bhutan, you can afford $100 a day easily. I don't think tourism should be a luxury. I'm not saying tourism should be a luxury. I'm not saying anything that's like crazy off the cuff or whatever. This isn't like seriously, like this is, I'm talking about well-known problems that nobody wants to do anything about because the main characters of reality are fat white Westerners who are looking to spend their excess income on overpriced meals from tourist joints within 5 feet of the resort they're staying at in other parts of the world. You know? Like, those people run the entire planet, so unfortunately you can't do or say anything that goes against them. Is this related to car dependency? Not really, no. I mean, I guess it can be, but chatters saying tourism should be a luxury are basically the same as the pro-border. Lily Krem, you're being kind of low IQ right now. Here in Greece, tourism is like 60% of the economy, and the country has been completely sold off in order to accommodate tourists. That's what I mean. Even if you make a lot of money from tourism, the fact that that contributes to your GDP, that money isn't going to Greece. It's getting caught up in a small collection of companies that are in many cases not even paying tax on it, depending on like where the company is registered or how specifically they get around it. And there's always ways to get around it, you know? They make a fuck ton of money. It technically contributes to the Greek economy, but it's not doing anything for the people there, you know? This is what I'm talking about.